Have you ever stopped to think about the most powerful, most efficient computer on the planet? It's not in a massive data center or a top-secret government lab. It's right here between your ears. I'm talking about your brain, and today we're going to explore one of its most astonishing secrets: its incredible power efficiency. Think about the brightest, most advanced supercomputer you can imagine. These machines can fill entire rooms, consuming megawatts of electricity, enough to power a small town. They need complex cooling systems just to stop from overheating. Now compare that to your brain. It performs calculations, stores memories, processes sensory information, and generates consciousness, all while running on a mere 20 watts of power. That's right, just 20 watts. To put that into perspective, that's less power than the dim light bulb in your refrigerator. It's the same amount of energy needed to power a small, energy-efficient LED lamp. Yet with this tiny trickle of energy, your brain accomplishes feats that no machine on Earth can replicate. It allows you to recognize the face of a loved one in a crowded room in a split second. It lets you recall a childhood memory from decades ago with vivid clarity. It gives you the ability to compose a symphony, write a novel, or simply dream up a new recipe for dinner. So, how does it do it? How does this 3-pound marvel of biology achieve such staggering efficiency? The answer lies in its unique architecture and its method of communication. Unlike the rigid, binary logic of a digital computer, which uses ones and zeros, the brain operates on a far more complex and nuanced system. It's made up of around 86 billion neurons, each one connected to thousands of others, forming a network with trillions of connections. We call these connections synapses. Instead of a constant flow of electricity, these neurons communicate through brief electrical spikes called action potentials. They only fire when they have something important to say. This on-demand system is incredibly energy efficient. It's like having a city where the lights only turn on in the specific buildings where people are actually working, instead of illuminating the entire city grid 24/7. This sparse coding means that at any given moment, only a small fraction of your neurons are active, saving a tremendous amount of energy. Furthermore, the brain's processing is massively parallel. It doesn't just do one thing at a time. Simultaneously, it's regulating your heartbeat, processing the words I'm saying, maintaining your balance, and probably wondering what you're going to have for lunch. All these tasks happen at once, distributed across different regions of this vast neural network. This parallel processing is far more efficient than the step-by-step sequential processing of most traditional computers. Let's break down the energy budget. Where do these 20 watts actually go? A significant portion, about 60 to 80%, is dedicated to enabling this constant communication between neurons, powering those synaptic transmissions. The brain is always active, even when you're asleep. During sleep, it's busy consolidating memories, clearing out metabolic waste, and preparing for the next day. This constant maintenance and activity require a steady supply of energy. And where does that energy come from? From the food you eat. The brain is a hungry organ. Despite making up only about 2% of your body weight, it consumes a whopping 20% of your body's total oxygen and calories. Glucose, a simple sugar, is its primary fuel. This is why you might feel mentally sluggish or unable to concentrate when you're hungry. Your brain is literally running low on fuel. The implications of the brain's efficiency are profound, especially for the field of artificial intelligence. Researchers in an area called neuromorphic computing are trying to build computer chips that mimic the brain's architecture. Instead of designing faster and faster processors that consume more and more power, they're creating systems with artificial neurons and synapses that can learn and process information in a more brain-like, energy-efficient way. Imagine a smartphone that could run for weeks on a single charge because its processor works like a human brain, or AI systems that don't require massive, power-hungry data centers. That's the future that studying the brain's 20-watt miracle could unlock. Think about the simple act of seeing and recognizing an object. When light hits your retina, it's converted into electrical signals. These signals travel to the visual cortex at the back of your brain. Here, different groups of neurons specialize in detecting lines, shapes, colors, and motion. Your brain then seamlessly integrates all this information, compares it to your stored memories, and in a fraction of a second, you recognize that's a blue car, or that's my friend waving at me. A computer trying to do this requires immense computational power and complex algorithms. Your brain does it effortlessly, using less power than a nightlight. This efficiency also allows for incredible resilience. If a small part of the brain is damaged, other parts can often adapt and take over its functions, a phenomenon known as neuroplasticity. The network is so vast and interconnected that it can reroute information and form new pathways. It's a self-repairing, self-organizing system that is constantly learning and changing based on your experiences. Every time you learn a new skill, practice an instrument, or even just have a new thought, you are physically rewiring your brain. So, the next time you switch on a dim light bulb, take a moment to appreciate the marvel of engineering sitting on your shoulders. It's a supercomputer that runs on the power of that faint glow. It holds your memories, your dreams, your personality, and your consciousness. It's the most sophisticated and efficient device in the known universe, and it's powered by your last meal. It reminds us that sometimes the greatest power doesn't come from brute force, but from elegant, efficient design. It's a testament to millions of years of evolution, a masterpiece of biological engineering. And the best part? We each have one. Understanding its power and its needs, like good nutrition, sleep, and new challenges, is the key to keeping it running at its best. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey into the mind. I hope this gives you a new appreciation for the incredible power you hold within you. If you found this fascinating, please hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into the wonders of science and our world. We'd love to have you as part of our community. Until next time, stay curious.